Members of council, there are 6 members present, and we're waiting for 4 for a quorum. If Ms. Goldberg, Ms. Galanter, Mr. Holden, and Mr. Alarcon could come to the council chambers, we can begin. Council, we're waiting for Mr. Holden, Mr. Alarcon, Ms. Galanter, and Ms. Goldberg to start the meeting.
Mr. President,
Just 10, Mr. Newby-Thomas.
well, in light of that, it seems to me that we need to proceed because the hour draws late, does it not?
We could, if the council wishes. Mr. Hernandez is here first, and he had the first presentation. Where's Mr. Hernandez?
The other members, it would be helpful if they were to join us. And I take note, at least a couple of members are supposed to be permitted to leave early. And if they were to do so, we would break a quorum. Is that
All right.
not correct?
Where's Councilman Hernandez? Mr. Hernandez here? Okay, he'll be right back. He'll be right back, and we'll begin with him. Unless Mr. Members of council, I think that we're going to begin because several people have to leave and we don't even have enough to start. Mr. Holden has a presentation. Mr. Holden, would you like to make your presentation at this time? Mr. Holden? Yeah. Chair recognizes Councilman Holden for a special presentation.
Mr. President, members, this is a very, very special occasion for me and for the city of Los Angeles. We witness and view on television almost every day and much too often tragedies that take place in our cities being perpetrated upon our innocents by criminals young and old. But today, and they get all the attention, just driving down the freeway and peak hour traffic, shutting down the freeway, they get all the attention. But very seldom, Mr. President, do we give the thanks and attention to those individuals who do not only their job, but the jobs of others as they go about helping people within our communities. And we have one such person with us today. His name is Nick Sonora. I want him to come forward, and his wife and family and father, and they are all here. And we also have someone from the Department of Transportation. He's a bus driver, is that right?
School bus driver.
School bus driver. So he's got to know what he's doing. Come on over here, stand behind your son and your husband and the children and all. He has a responsibility of transporting our children daily from their homes to the school and from the schools to their homes. He has a high sense of the idea of protecting those who not so likely to be able to protect themselves. On one hand, he's helped our young children. On the other hand, Mr. President, on December the 11th of last year, he helped the senior citizens. There was a fire breaking out at one of our senior citizens' residence in my district, and he noticed it from his school about a block and a half away, the smoke coming out of the windows of the 5th floor. And he dashed down, and Mr. Sonora dashed down to the building, went up to the 5th floor without any concern for his own safety, and he took these senior citizens and led them to safety. Not one individual was hurt in any way. And let's give him a big hand for that. So, Mr. President, it's indeed my pleasure to join with each and every one of you and extend a certificate of appreciation to this fine gentleman, while Mr. Nick Sonora, while his family looks on, because he's most deserving.
I'd like to take a moment to, that day I thank that nobody got injured, and when I got home I just didn't realize what happened. I was just like saying, you know, I didn't know what I did. But really what I witnessed, the firemen that Los Angeles City Fire Department did an outstanding job, and what I saw I'll never forget in my life. The brave men that pump up, get up there and do their job. And I also like to thank Mrs. Russell, Rosa Russell, the senior coordinator for the 10th District. Appreciate for being here. And also take the time to thank Mr. Rodriguez, LA Unified School District Director of Transportation, and Mr. Palmer, a student manager for LA Unified School District. And I'd like to thank everybody for taking this time being here.
Thank you. We're honored to
Thank
have
you.
you here, and thank you, Mr. Holden, for recognizing him. Mr. Hernandez, have your guests arrived? Mike, have your guests arrived? Do you want to do it now, or do you want to wait till after Mr. Fuhrer? Okay. The Chair recognizes Councilman Fuhrer for a special presentation.
Thank you, Mr. President. Members of the Council, this is probably, although having done many presentations, one of the most heartwarming and special presentations I've ever had the opportunity to make here on the Council floor. And could I ask everybody who's assembled here just to stand and kind of join me around here because you all have an important role to play in what's to come. As my friends here are assembling, let me tell you what this is all about. Many of us are experimenting in our own council districts with ways to provide more local control over issues in neighborhoods. And in 2 areas of the 5th Council District, we've created what we call livable neighborhood councils. The purpose of the livable neighborhood councils is to bring people together from a variety of perspectives, all the stakeholders in a neighborhood, and not just talk about issues, but identify what the priorities are for improving the quality of life in those communities, and then act on the priorities that we establish. The Livable Neighborhood Council in the Van Nuys part of the 5th Council District has been a remarkably successful enterprise. I want to begin by acknowledging some of the members of the Livable Neighborhoods Council who are here with us just to be in support of what is to come. Lisa Friedman, Gloria Gold, and Candace Campbell, also of the President's Office, are here just representing part of that neighborhood council. Now let me tell you what we're acknowledging today. One of the priorities established by the neighborhood council was education. And in particular, there was a feeling among members of the council that the elementary school in the heart of the area, one of the schools, Kittredge, needed to be more actively supported by the community. There was also a feeling of distance and tension between the residents of the apartment buildings in the immediate area and many of the homeowners. Many of the residents are white, and many of the residents of the houses are white, and many of the residents of the apartments are Latino, many of whom speak only Spanish, others principally Spanish. The Neighborhood Council said, we're in this together or we're not in it at all, and decided that there was a way to merge both the goal of unifying what otherwise had been a divided neighborhood and promoting the educational activities at the school. Jeff Crystal, who I'm going to begin by acknowledging today, had a vision of how to do just that. And the Neighborhood Council came together and has made that vision a reality in a very, very special and heartwarming way. Jeff, I'd like to introduce you, I'd like you to say a word or two about what your vision was, and then we'll introduce other members of this family here who have made it all happen. You're a remarkable person. Jeff is here with his wife, Sue, and his kids, Seth and Daniel. You have really been a remarkable leader of a neighborhood council that started from nothing and has created this remarkable learning center. Please tell the council what it is.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I really didn't expect this honor, and I thank you, Councilman Fewer, very much. I certainly didn't expect it. Both of my parents were giving of their time to. My father was a magician and dedicated countless hours to performing for children in the hospital. My mother, who was, I guess, a radical for her time, organized the first Toastmistress Club in Fort Worth, Texas in the 1950s, something that gave the women a tremendous amount of sense of self and self-esteem. I guess some of that must have rubbed off. Of all of the projects that I've been involved with in the last really 20 years of activity in my life, this is the one of which I'm most proud. The Neighborhood Learning Center, which was created out of the Livable Neighborhoods Council. It really is a community effort. About a year ago, Councilman Fewer created the Livable Neighborhoods Council as an organization where local stakeholders could join to make a difference in the community, make a difference in their own lives as much as their neighbors. Several of us were interested in children, in school issues, and formed the Education Committee. The Learning Center works because it's a collaboration. We have accomplished all that we've done with only $1,000 in donations. It's not much. We made this project a success and more valuable because of a donation of people's time. Everyone on our committee is a volunteer. The parents who help out in the Learning Center volunteer their time. The Van Nuys Adult School provides ESL classes for the people in our Learning Center from the neighborhood, and students there pay only for their books. Parent education that's provided at the Learning Center is taught by an MFCC from a local organization, a nonprofit called Friends of the Family. They received a grant, and from that grant provide this parent education free of charge. The tutors that work in the center are volunteers from Grant High School. They walk 3 miles every day to spend an hour with these kids, to teach them, to mentor them, and they do a heck of a job. I'm intensely proud of these people who've dedicated themselves and really have improved the neighborhood. I believe that too many people just talk about the problems in our community, the divisiveness, the tension between ethnic groups, and they don't do anything more than talk. This is a wonderful example of what can be done when people care and when people act. It isn't hard, but it does take time, and time is a precious commodity today. My wife and my sons know it because it's taken my time away from them, and I certainly appreciate their understanding and their support and love as I've been very active with this project. I only hope that our success at the Learning Center will serve as an example for others to volunteer and to make the time. And believe me, the smiles on the faces of the children in the tutoring program and the thanks from the parents are the greatest reward anyone could ask for. Thank you.
That's beautiful. Thank you.
We'll do the photo op thing in a second. You can hold the
That's great.
board here. Just to be clear with everybody, here's what the Learning Center is about. An apartment owner in the neighborhood was approached by Jeff and the team to say, look, why don't you make available one of your units? And that apartment unit will become the place where people from the building congregate. They're the kids get tutoring so they do a better job in school, where the parents get ESL training if they're seeking it, and where the parents can also get tutoring in how they can be better readers with their kids. That combination all came together, and now, interestingly, the apartment owner is able to use the existence of the Learning Center as a marketing tool, and has said this is one of the things that makes their apartment stand out, and we're hoping that this will be mirrored in other apartments in and around the Van Nuys area. Now, I want to introduce from Kittredge Elementary School, just so people know who they are, Mimi Novum and Bernardo Foschetti, who are here. Just to say hello, hello. Bernardo is our photographer here. It's a real team effort. And there are six bilingual tutors, as was mentioned by Jeff, who come from Grant High School, whose principal, Eve Sherman, is here. Dr. Eve Sherman is here somewhere. Hello, Eve. And I want to recognize each of the 6 tutors who are here. 5 of them are here. Lucy Ruiz is not able to be here, but the other tutors are, and they are Uni Kim. Uni, just come forward for a moment. Denise Arredonato. Gorete Ponce. Roxana Zamora. And Young Chol Chu. And I have certificates for you as well. And now the special treat of the presentation. There is a mother and her 2 daughters who are here. Leticia Jara and her daughters Stephanie and Edna have joined us. Leticia is part of the Neighborhood Learning Center in that she is involved in the Reading to the Kids program, and the kids are being tutored at the center. And they were a little nervous about being here this morning, and I'm really glad they're here because this is a really cool thing. And I wanted to give them an opportunity just to say a word about what this partnership has meant for them. Leticia, did you want to start? Listen, you know what? You can speak in Spanish. Do we have someone who can somebody translate for her? The kids can. Leticia? Hablan español is okay, and then we'll have a translator here. Okay, good. This will be a demonstration of how the translation process works here. Please.
Buenos días. Mi nombre es Leticia Jara. Estoy nerviosa.
Sit within your heart.
No. Y pues he aprendido mucho tanto en la escuela Kittredge como en el programa de voluntarios de tutores.
Hi, good morning. My name is Leticia Jara, and I'm a little bit nervous. I have learned a lot together, both at Kittredge Street Elementary School and also at the center.
Y estos programas me han ayudado mucho cómo trabajar con mis niños, cómo ayudarles en las tareas y cómo convivir con la comunidad. Gracias.
These programs have helped me very much to help my children, to help ayudar con la comunidad también,
Cómo convivir con la comunidad.
and to live with the community, to understand the community. And that's all?
Gracias.
Thank you.
Anyhow, did you want to talk? Oh, great. Very good.
Hi, my name is Stephanie Hara. I just wanted to say that churros are being nice to me, and I have learned so much from them. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you.
I just want to say, I know this is an unusually long presentation, colleagues. That took so much courage, and we are so proud of you for actually saying what you said. I want to thank everybody here for bearing with this, but you know, the next time anybody in this city says to any of us that we are a city divided against ourselves, that there's no hope for the future, that we can't unify and actually accomplish something as a team, remember this Neighborhood Learning Center and the work of the Livable Neighborhoods Council. This should be what happens in every neighborhood in Los Angeles. Thank you, Mr.
Thank you,
President.
Mr. Fuhrer.
And thank all of you very much.
Thank you very, very much. That's great. The chair recognizes Councilman Hernandez for a special presentation. That's great. Perfect. Perfect. Terrific. You guys can be right here.
Mr. President, members of the council, this is the year 4696, and at this time I'm supposed to wish everybody a Gung Ai Fa Choi, which means happy birthday in Chinese. Happy birthday or happy New Year's. In Chinatown, basically, the New Year's is going on. They started celebrating last Wednesday. You can hear firecrackers popping all over the place. All the families are having their family dinners. Everybody is getting ready to celebrate the New Year, and you need to know it's a month-long celebration. Many of you have been invited to a special reception here tomorrow at 10:30 to kick off the Chinese New Year's parade, which will be at 12 o'clock tomorrow. And every year we bring to you the ambassadors of goodwill from Chinatown, which is the queen and her court, the little king and the little queen, and the princess, and as well as a few words from the Chinatown Chamber of Commerce through its president, Mr. Peter Wu. And so it's my honor today to introduce the queen, to introduce the court, and at the same time, the little king and the little queen, where are they? They're always my heroes. Excuse me. And first, let me start by introducing Miss Los Angeles Chinatown, Peggy Lee. She was born in Los Angeles, a graduate of UCLA. During her studies, she was a member of the Chi Alpha Delta sorority, participated in the honors program, and hopes to return to graduate school and obtain her master's degree. We'll have her say a few words on behalf of the whole court when I finish, everybody, but this is basically happiness is the Queen Peggy S. Lee serving as Miss Los Angeles Chinatown. Through you, the Los Angeles Chinese community, as an ambassador who will build bridges among our city's diverse communities and enhance the quality of life for all people. It's presented by myself to you. Thank you. And then, not with us is the first Princess Lisa Kwan, but we'll move on to the second princess, Debbie Yang. She was born in San Francisco, currently also attends UCLA. I see the big smile on our president. Her community involvement consists of tutoring at-risk youth, participating at UCLA's Undergraduate Business Society, and is manager of Corporate Support Committee. After she graduates, she hopes to be a business consultant or an accountant. Deborah? Thank you. Congratulations. The third princess, Stephanie Ho, was born in Torrance and currently attends El Camino College. She volunteers her time at the Little Company of Mary Hospital as a child care volunteer. She plans to transfer to USC to pursue a career in television production. Stephanie, did I say that right, Hope? Okay. And the fourth princess, Betty Liu, was born in Taiwan. She divides her time between working full-time and classes at California State University at Fullerton. She volunteers her time with other college students, helping at-risk children become college-bound through the CHAMP organization, college-headed and mighty proud. Some of her future plans include opening her own business and traveling the world. And then Miss Friendship, Miss Photogenic Lynn Delgado, was born in Los Angeles. She divides her time between working full-time and taking classes at Pasadena City College. She spends her free time volunteering with people in need and attending musical productions. Her goal is to become an actress in the entertainment industry and eventually work towards becoming a theater arts teacher. Throughout the whole year, you'll find cultural events going on at Chinatown, and the Queen and her court will be there almost at every one. I just know there's about, 15 family dinners that they will attend in a row, and the reality is they're very active throughout the whole year, representing Chinatown, not only at Chinatown events, but throughout Southern California. Now I have the pleasure of presenting to everybody and a happiness certificate to the little Queen, Montana Brittany. Say hi. This is our little Queen. Certificate for you. I think they want to take a picture over here. You'll also see her very active at a lot of the children events in Chinatown. And we have the little king. And he's King Lloyd Liang. Where you at, Lloyd? Here he is. And we have the little princess, Trisha No. Trisha, where you at? Right here. Uh-oh. Okay, Trisha. Okay. Members of Council, before I have the Queen say a few words, I'd like to call up Mr. Peter Wu, who is the Chamber President of Chinatown Chamber of Commerce. None of these events would happen without the active participation of the Chamber, and I don't believe there's any other community in the city of Los Angeles that does as many cultural events, historic events, to basically try and share what they're about with the rest of the city than Chinatown. And with that, I introduce to you the Chamber President, Mr. Peter Wu.
Thank you, Councilman Hernandez, for such a nice introduction. Happy New Year. Happy New Year to all the council persons. And we are very proud to be part of the community, and especially proud to share the Chinese New Year celebration with all Angelinos. And our parade will start tomorrow at noon, and reception will be at Rotunda at 10:30. And last year, we have over 50,000 spectators lined up the street of downtown Los Angeles and Chinatown to celebrate the New Year with us. And hopefully, it's not going to rain tomorrow. And the parade actually demonstrates the diversity of our culture. Not only the traditional Chinese cultural performance will be performed, but we also have other cultures being part of Los Angeles. We hope that you all will enjoy that. And as we are very proud of our council president, Ferraro, who had been a leader for over 3 decades, and as we are also honored to have him to be our Grand Marshal to lead the parade tomorrow. And again, I have to thank Councilman Hernandez for his support and the support from his staff and all the rest of the council members. That I know that a lot of you will be participating in the parade. I hope that with your support, the Lunar New Year celebration will be a bigger and bigger event and will represent part of our cultural diversity of this great city. And again, President Wax, I'm proud to present to you that Queen, the first princess and the second princess are all UCLA Bruin. It's a clean sweep from the Bruins this year. But hope to see all of you tomorrow. And again, Happy New Year. And now let's present to you Miss Peggy Lee, Queen of China, Miss Chinatown 1998, Year of the Tiger. Thank you.
Peter, thank you.
I guess I would have to begin by saying I apologize. I wasn't aware I'd be speaking today, so I didn't have anything prepared to say. But I would like to thank you all very much for having us here today. It's a real honor to be speaking in front of you, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Thank you also for recognizing us and taking time out of your busy schedules today during this meeting to honor us. We're very privileged to be here. Happy New Year, much luck and good fortune in the coming year, and once again invite you to come out to our parade tomorrow. Thank you.
And thank you for being such wonderful representatives of the community. Thank you, Mr. Hernandez.
Thank you, Mr. President.
All right, call the roll, Madam Clerk.
Alarcon, Alatorre, Burnson, Chick, Fury, Galanter, Gober, Hernandez, Holden, Miskowski, Ridley, Thomas, Sabornis, Wax, Walters, Ferraro. 10 council members present and a quorum, Mr. President.
First order of business.
Approval of the minutes.
Without objection, the minutes are approved. Next order, Madam Clerk.
Commendatory resolutions for approval.
Unanimous vote. Next order.
Item 1 is an item notice for public hearing today. However, there's been a request from the council office to continue the matter to March 3rd. I need a motion from the floor.
All right, without objection, item number 1 will be continued for 30 days until the 3rd of March, and the public hearing will remain open. Next order, Madam Clerk.
Items for which public hearings have been held are 2 and 7.
All right, members of council, are there any specials 2 and 7? Any specials 2 or 7? No,
2 and 7.
2 or 7 here. If not,
There's a motion to adopt the Arts, Health, and Humanities report on item 2 if the copies have been distributed. I haven't seen my copy.
Then we'll open the roll on the motion to adopt the Arts, Health, and Humanities report and the motion on number 7. Open the roll. Close the roll.
10 ayes.
Those are approved. Next order. Without objection, forthwith on number 7, I believe.
We all knew we were voting for it, Nate.
The next order, Madam Clerk.
Items for which public hearings have not been held are 3 through 6.
All right. Is there anyone in the audience? I don't have any cards here requesting to be heard, but is there anyone in the audience wishing to address the council on any of the items 3 through 6? Seeing none, the public hearings are closed. Wait, there is one gentleman in the back there. Would you like to come forward, sir, and identify yourself?
Item 3, Mr. President, is to be continued to Tuesday, February 3rd at the request of Council District 5.
Yes,
Continue
sir.
to Tuesday? Thank you.
All right, then we'll keep the hearing open. All right, are there any specials, members of council 3 through 6? Without objection, we'll continue item number 3 until Tuesday, and the public hearing will remain open. Any of the other items? If not, open the roll on 4 through 6. Close the roll.
10 ayes.
Those are approved. Next order, Madam Clerk.
Special 1, Mr. President, I don't know if copies have been distributed this morning.
Mr. Ridley Thomas, this is special number 1. We'll make the findings. Do you want to briefly describe to the council the issue before us?
I would, Mr. President, at the request of the Los Angeles Police Department, I entered this motion because Sergeant Lyle Young was struck in the back, and it was a hit-and-run incident at the intersection of Adams and Brighton. The driver sped away, leaving Sergeant Young unconscious in the street with serious injuries. This then is intended to bring to the attention of the public that an award will be posted in the amount of $25,000, leading to the arrest of those suspects involved in this terrible crime. Mr. President, you'll take note of the fact that this comes to our attention subsequent to posting of the agenda. And I would take this opportunity to simply say that we have a series, it seems to me, of hit-and-run accidents in our city and the immediate vicinity. And it seems to me then that it might be necessary for us to think creatively how we educate the public anew as to the seriousness of injuring someone through an automobile accident and leaving the scene. It then turns into a crime in a way that people should be very aware of and be prepared to face rather severe consequences.
Thank you, Mr. Ritter-Thomas. Is well put. Without objection, we'll adopt the findings then and bring the matter in before us. Is there anyone else wishing to speak? If not, open the roll, close the roll.
10 ayes.
That matter is approved. Thank you, Mr. Ridley-Thomas. Are there any, next item, Madam Clerk?
This is a time for comments from the public on non-agenda items.
All right, I have two requests to be heard. Mr. Richard Robinson, and after that, Mr. E.J. Snell.
Mr. President.
E.T. Snell, excuse me.
Members of council, in their rush to judgment and need to get their names in a front page byline, journalists who report lies, and then in a little tiny box on the last page, print retractions are again relegating Los Angeles Times front page editorializing to the bottom of the birdcage. Joe, the Times vendetta-like alleges that one of your colleagues failed to excuse me for laughing at the morons, failed to disclose rental income from a condominium. Further opening a Pandora's box full of distortion, hopefully lying in wait for the next opportunity to create misperception will someday take a back seat to truth. The Times has come for truth in journalism. It's as simple as that. Let me read this to you. It's the retraction that they printed last year. Councilman Alatorre, because of erroneous information provided by the Los Angeles City Ethics Commission, the Times incorrectly reported that last year that City Councilman Richard Alatorre failed to disclose rental income. He did. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Robinson. Mr. E.T. Snell? Is it me?
Council members, my name is E.T. Snell. I've spoke many times in front of you in a clown costume, not to hide behind it, but to try to bring light to the issues. I come again today to speak on what I call one of the biggest abuses in city government, and that is sheltering, and I don't know if I should say this without getting shot, a crooked deal that a politician pulled in L.A. Can you believe that? The deal that I'm referring to, and I'm asking once again, an investigation into the actions of an individual who purchased a house from the Weingart Center. This house was not put up for bid. It was not allowed to have other bids put on it, but this individual bought that house. The Weingart Center took back a first trust deed. The amount is unknown still, and so is the interest. I would like to find out if there is somebody in the city council that has enough backbone to investigate the property at 228 South Hudson, which Mr. Ferraro bought from the nonprofit homeless organization, the Weingart Center. I mentioned that years ago before I was railroaded to state prison, and I would also like to add that I will be vindicated one day. The first set of terrorist threat charges were brought by the bail bondsman. I coincidentally authored a book called Do It Yourself Bail Bonds, where a book tells an individual how to get out of jail on a $50,000 bail for $300, not $5,000. We have another councilman here who's in the bail bonds business, and I'm sure would be glad to share his information on property bonds. Mr. Hernandez realizes that you can post your property to the court, and a $50,000 bail is not $5,000, but $300, and that's Penal Code Section 1298. The first set of terrorist threat charges were brought by Larry Smith, the insurance investigator. I was successful in defending myself against the phony allegations. The second set was brought by the West Covina District Attorney's Office and the West Covina Police Chiefs, who's now under investigation. And I just want to say that, as Voltaire said, I will defend my right to speak to the death. I realize that I'm not making any friends. All I want to do is see an even-handed justice here at the city council level. And when the homeless people are taken advantage of by property bought and still lived in by City Council President John Ferraro, I find that very appalling. And I'm asking you individuals and you council members to show the backbone and the initiative. I realize he's a fellow colleague, but I still deem it a crooked deal, and I would like somebody to investigate the purchase of that house, why it wasn't put on the open market, why the first trust deed, interest rates not known, and why the amount of the first trust deed is not known.
Thank you, Mr.
I thank you
Senator.
for your time, Mr. Wax and council members.
Thank you, Mr. Zell. Is there anyone else in the audience wishing to address the council at this time? If not, the public hearing is closed. Next order, Madam Clerk.
Motions for posting and referral.
Those will be duly posted and referred. Next order.
The desk is clear, Mr. President.
Would the audience and council please rise for adjourning motions? Council President Ferraro and I would obviously like everyone to join in adjourning in memory of former Mayor Joseph Alioto. And I would like the council to adjourn in the memory of Alice Gordon Davidson, who is the mother of Gordon Davidson. And I'll give the clerk the pertinent information. All members I know would like to be on that. Are there any? Mr. Holden?
We got to say about Joe Alioto. I mean, he's a guy who's been very active in the political arena and done so much for us, not just in San Francisco, but he kind of set the curve for state and the nation. He was a tough politician. He was always out there for his people and for the community. He was a candidate for governor. I know he ran and made a lot of friends down here in Southern California. Great lawyer, represented the Raiders when they first moved to Los Angeles. Still involved in that process. So his work should be noted and not go unnoticed, and certainly we're going to miss Joe Alioto.
Are there any others?
Yes.
Councilwoman Misikowski?
I'd like to have the council adjourn in the memory of Martha Clow. She was a longtime 66-year resident of Mar Vista, both in the 6th and the 11th district. And in addition to her family, the pride of her life was that she was the pastry cook at Venice High School through 1940s and the 1950s. She's survived by a sister, a daughter, and 3 granddaughters.
Ms. Walters?
Yes, thank you, Mr. President. I'd like to ask council to adjourn in memory of a former employee, John Paul Omans. He retired about 20 years ago as civil engineer of then coordinating division of the Bureau of Engineering. He is survived by his wife, Frances Omans, a daughter, Pamela Stratton, sons, Paul and Richard Omans, sisters, Annette Tessier and Louise O'Kay, and a brother, Philip Tessier.
And in that, I know in that, I didn't realize that this had happened.
Call the roll, Madam Clerk.
Would you second me for Joe Alioto, please?
Yes. Call the roll, Madam Clerk. All right. Council's adjourned.